So Danny, how do you implement something like that and keep the TCO and the investment? Well, like how do you keep this to be a high value proposition? Because when you balance people with technology and automation, you have to know what you're doing, and I know you do. What's kind of the secret sauce there?
Yeah, so I think there's a couple of things. The first thing I'd say is it's important to build a capabilities-based organization, right? So we're what I would describe as a full spectrum target. You know, Bitdefender, we have customers in every industry vertical, in every geographical region on the planet, and so every threat group out there is going to be interested in us in some way, and so is the security team. What we're
That's
interested
good and bad news, right?
Yeah, so the security organization, it means we have to be ready to defend against all different types of threats, right? So if I'm building a security operations center for my company and I happen to be in the oil and gas industry, then I'm going to get very interested about, you know, what threat groups are interested in that industry vertical, what TTPs do they use, what types of people do they have, how do they attack people, and I'm going to go and build a capability to defend against that. As a full spectrum target that is going to be defending against every type of bad guy out there, we have to understand what capabilities we need to defend against all of the TTPs that are being used, and also we need to keep a very close eye on how those TTPs are evolving over time so that we maintain capabilities to mitigate those threats as they evolve. So security organizations often are born out of the IT organization, and the problem with that is that it's technology, right? So often what's happened is a company has been chasing the latest flux capacitor and gone out and bought the latest security tool, and so some poor guy comes to work one day and he gets told, hey, watch this tool, and, you know, congratulations, you're a security analyst now.
Yeah.
The problem with that is that if you're chasing technology all the time, what you wind up with is really complex toolkit within the security organization. It's really common when I talk to customers, and complexity is the enemy of security. So you really want the capability that you're trying to build to dictate the technology that you buy, and not the other way around. Okay, if you do it the other way around, then you wind up with too many tools, not enough efficiency, not the right automation, all of those things. Yeah. If you build a capability-based organization, then you're much more focused on the outcome that you're trying to deliver, the threat that you're trying to mitigate. Okay, so that's the first point that I wanted to make about being a capabilities-based organization. The second thing that you have to do is, now you've reduced the complexity within your toolkit, the next thing that you do is automate as much as you can of the lower skilled work. Okay, so
rote tasks.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we're looking for, when I choose technology, and when we pull the operation together, we're looking to enable the analyst as much as we can. The reason why we pay a lot of money for our analysts, and the reason why analysts are so difficult to find, is because it's such a highly skilled job now. You know, the hackers that we're up against, especially at the national level, are so well are so skilled and are so good at what they do that you really need an equally skilled analyst to be able to defend an enterprise against that type of hacker. So we use automation to deal with as much of the lower level work as we can, to provide our analysts with as much visibility and information and data as we possibly can, so that they can see everything that's going on in the environment and then make the right decisions. You know, at the end of the day, the security team is there to make sure that the chief security officer knows if you're being attacked, and then is able to do something about that attack when it happens. And so that's what you want to use automation for, is to free up the time for the analysts to do that.
How often do you become part of someone's workflow, where you guys are a piece of it, but you have to link somehow into a broader process workflow for a customer? You know, that's kind of the response component.
Yeah, absolutely, often.
And the automation would be the way you do that, like through an API or
sometimes,
something?
Sometimes. So there's different ways in which we deal with that. When we first set out to build MDR the first time, we were very clear at the time that, you know, security was the type of sphere where we needed to be very careful about the way that we shared information with customers, for a couple of reasons. One, because it might be highly sensitive, but also because a security event for a medium-sized company or even a larger company can be an Armageddon event for that company. So it's very important that we dealt with an event not only very efficiently and very quickly, meaning that we knew who to call and when to call them and how to get the right people on the phone at the right time to make the right decisions, but also that we handled it in a way that was sensitive as well, and really kept everybody calm and enabled us to deal with the incident as effectively as we possibly could. So the first thing we did was create a customer success team. So our customers have named account managers And it serves two functions. First of all, it gives the customer a member of their team on our team. So somebody that they know, they have their number on speed dial. If they have questions about what's going on in the operation, what does this alert mean? Hey, one of my competitors just got attacked in this way. Am I protected against that type of attack? They have a named person that they can go to that will give them those answers. But then it's also important for that customer success person to get to know the business, to understand the business, because the better we know the business, the better we can defend it. You know, security is about, it's not about preventing attacks, it's about minimizing business impact. So the more we know about the business, the better decisions that we can make, the better positioned we are to help customers look around corners to understand, hey, we're going to do this next year. What do I need to do to make sure I'm doing that in the most secure way possible? How do I manage risk based on what I want to do next year? So that's the first thing. And then the second thing is, it's very important that we're able to share as much information in real time with customers as we possibly can. Because the security operations team or the security team within our customers' organization will have use for the data that we're providing for them, and they'll just want to know what's going on from a trust and confidence perspective. So we enable the customers in real time to see the same telemetry that we see via dashboarding on the Bitdefender portal.
Interesting.